So about 5 years ago, I was out riding my motorcycle across the desert and I saw Hammertown. And Hammertown then was a shadow of what it is now in reality, but it wasn't normal. And I found out what it was, and I said, that's the place I need to have an extreme enduro. So I called up Dave Cole and I said, hey Dave, I want to put on a motorcycle race, and he told me no. And then 45 minutes later, he called me back and said, yeah, we're doing it. And so 5 years later, we're out here fighting the wind and the weather, and I think we're gonna have an awesome one this year. The cool thing about extreme enduro is there's no rules. There's no format. You can do what you want, and the racers show up and they don't know what to expect. So this year they're going to get a little bit more of that. We're in a similar format to last year, so we're running kind of I call it a warm-up loop in the morning, so they can, practice the rocks and get a little feel of what they're going to do in the afternoon. So they just have to get to the finish of the morning, and then we have the race in the afternoon. Your morning position determines your start position for the afternoon, and then they race around a loop that's about 8-9 miles long. The top guys will go around it for 3 hours. And the idea is we pull anybody who's been lapped. So in the beginning it's kind of a mess, and then in the end the racers can race on a clean course.